Hey, how's it going, my beautiful people? So I just pressed record and let's see what pops up into my head. All right, so one of the things that you need to knowledge of yourself is just the acknowledgement, acknowledging yourself. Oh my God, that was horrible. What was I trying to say right there? I don't know. All right, we're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it going. Once the camera starts, it ain't going to stop. All right, I'm going to start with something funny like that. Hopefully I made you giggle, laugh, I don't know. And then, all right, so one of the best things that you need to understand is just understanding things. The understanding of not knowing enough and wanting to learn more. Oh, look at that. Look how I just bounced back from that. All right, so I'm going to say that again. The acknowledgement of not understanding is the acknowledgement to understand more of what you don't know. Meaning that, there's limitless information in this beautiful world. And the more that you're able to learn and absorb, yeah, there you go, the more you're able to fulfill yourself and your beautiful brain up here. I love to study things. I love to give myself knowledge with power, with words, with acknowledgement, with motivation, with speeches, with quotes. Because the more I'm able to learn, the more I'm able to grow. And why is that such a beautiful experience? Because you're able to teach other people. I came across a lot of people that didn't think they just thought I was all looks, and unfortunately, they'll be like, "Oh, you're smart." I'm like, "What you mean? Like you thought I wasn't gonna be smart or something?" And and it's okay. It's okay. It made me laugh. It made me laugh. It made me feel better. It made me feel better that this person thought I wasn't gonna be smart or something. So that's one of the best things in life, the acknowledgement to learn, to grow, and to understand something that you don't understand or something that you do understand. You know why? Because whenever you explain something that you already understand to someone that doesn't understand, how does it make you feel? It makes you feel good of yourself. It makes you feel better of yourself, knowing that you're able to teach someone, you're able to teach someone something new. And that's one of the most powerful keys in this life is to learn and to grow and to know. Because the more you know, the more you're able to grow, the more you're able to understand and use it for your own benefits. So that's something really beautiful that I like to share. This I always hop onto TikTok and try to share my knowledge. Why? Because on here I get to learn a lot. I study vocabulary words, and that's how I like to work on my grammar. It's just proper grammar. It's something that I'm able to expand my mindset more, especially that I make music, so I'm able to kind of tap into that more and acknowledge bigger words and understanding of different meanings and all that great stuff. So being able to not know is beautiful because you're able to learn something new and able to expand your mindset, and wanting to learn is a beautiful. All right, I got some really good words out here to say. What doesn't apply, let it fly. That's just something that I just heard right now that is gonna stick with me forever. Now that I heard it, it's something that I always resemble to myself. Why? Because if it doesn't apply to me, I just let it go. I just let it fly. Why? Because I come I'm just such an entrepreneur that I've done so many things that were like the first in so many ways that people would ask me, why you do this, how you did it, why you doing it, or just negative like things, comments and stuff like that. And it came to my realization, I said that wrong, realization, that if it doesn't apply to your life, then why would you care? But the fact that they made it a statement is the fact that I just grew as I knew. Meaning that, sometimes it's not even worth to explain myself to people. So that's why I would just do what I need to do, because that's what God, Jesus Christ, gave me to understand and to overstand and to apply to my life. And everything has worked out in my favor. To my head is good. And I say that with respect, because whenever I first started my content, people would ask me why, and like what's it's pointless, and all that. And like, I started making this videos for college, to show colleges, my highlights and all that. And just to see everything that I've done in my life now is just to show you that sometimes you don't know, you do not need a plan. You just need to apply your actions and speak it to existence and just go with it and just go hard at it. That's what I've done. And look, I did not know I was gonna start rapping. I didn't know that I was gonna have a glove company. I didn't know that I was just gonna, just do what I do. I didn't know I was gonna come in over here and talk about motivational. I've always had it within me. I'm just really antisocial. So that's why I'm doing it from here and not like in public places. I've done it before. I know I could do it. I know I can. I've done it in the past. I've been a captain in multiple teams to a point where it taught me how to be more of a captain as a leader, and to show that sometimes you just show yourself by example. You lead by example. And there's times that my coaches would tell me, "How are you gonna lead from the back?" Yeah, you could lead from the back from helping the last person out to be the last one. But that was back in my days when I was out of shape. When I was with Mary Jane too much. With Mary Jane too much. I was eating. I wasn't running as much. My lungs were out. But it was just to show you that you could lead from any direction, from the back, from the last. You could be the last person, and before you know, you might be the first one to be on the finish line. Just to show you that whatever you do, keep going, go hard, or go home. And even when you go home, go hard. Sometimes you gotta vision yourself as how you vision yourself. That's easier said than done, because we come from a world where a lot of people throw negativity. There's a lot of hate comments, a lot of people that would ask you why you do this and that. And sometimes you gotta be that visionary person in yourself. Why? Because if you're not, who else? Who else is gonna put those visions into yourself? Exactly, other people. One of my highest qualities that I have is this mindset that I'm never gonna let nobody put me on a specific spot. Be like, oh, you're an artist, oh, you're a soccer player, oh, you're this. No, I'm not. I'm myself. I'm myself. I don't like people telling me what to do. I mean, with that, I say that with respect. Whenever I do go to work, I obviously have to do my job and all that great stuff. But when I'm talking about, is more like people that try to boss me and punk me out on my positions and my ways. Why? Because I came to this world with the mindset of never giving up, of wanting what I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna get it by any means necessary. And I say this because I get it out the mud. I get it right out of the hustle of everything that I do. Everything that I've done is been me, self made, but the man above, Jesus Christ, made me. In other words, everything that I've done in my life has been me. The creations of my creativity and the mind space and the mind thoughts that I've had was all through myself, and the dedication to I have that I have with Jesus Christ. A lot of people don't know. Whenever I was down on my lonely, I'm down, like just down at my lowest points in my life, I would talk to Jesus Christ in my head, or even just out loud, knowing that he was always listening there for me, always there for me, because he was the one that guided me. And I would always have this thought of like, just never giving up. Always, what would Jesus Christ do? What will he do? Lift myself up to lift others up. And that's how I would always envision myself. I've always wanted to be a leader since a kid. As a kid, I've always wanted to help my community. I always wanted to help other people. I always wanted to help myself and my family. So how was I able to do that? By becoming the best version of myself to the highest quality that I can be for others and for myself. And that's why I like to be inspirational. That's why I like to motivate people, because whenever I'm able to get the best out of me, I get the best out of you, and in positive ways. And that creates a beautiful chain reaction that just helps other people. And it's just kind of like a domino effect. You get better, and then you don't even know who you're inspiring. You don't even know who's looking up to you. And that was exactly the point. That's exactly the point why I do all of this. And I do it with pride, and it was my vision. So whenever you have a vision, trust it, go hard at it. And if not, you'll see what goes out for you and what doesn't. And it just applies.